all the wall mold L angle on the walls except for around these columns. And what I'm doing is I'm going against the wall over here about 1.1/8 past, put it up here, and then I'm marking it back a little bit on this side. Then I take that mark and I cut down here to that mark like that. And then I get my screw guns, some inch-high screws. Right. Let me pull that down a little bit, get to the line. I want to stab my hand. Okay, then we got that L angle cut 1.1/8 past. We're going to mark it back here. Leave the bottom. Cut that. Cut to the corner. There. That's for an outside corner.
Alright, so here you go.
Very good. Then we're going to cut from this corner here, where these two cross. This one going this way, this one going this way, to that corner there. I'm going to cut through both of them. Not brand new snips, even though they're brand new. Should cut that easily, but it's not. I have to wiggle it off. It's a shame. Milwaukee's failing the competition with Wiss. All right, see how those corners line up really, really tight? There you go. That's what we're going to try to do on all these. Now on this end, that's in an outside corner. And we have a double outside corner. A little different in that we want 1.1/8 on each side. So we mark like right here, right here. Line it up with the edges of the column there, make it back a little bit. Go into the wood. Alright. So now, we got this one, where it's an inch past. Cut it back.
South Carolina. Hello? Literally, my Bronco's extended car warranty died.
1987 Broncos got an extended warranty. They called you about it. Yeah, they had a good warranty, didn't they?
Yeah.
Again, go those two intersect to that corner there. And these snips are not passing the test. You should have cut through that easily. Anyway, there it is. We're going to do that on all the outside corners, and that's what you can do. Just that simple. So you can do the same thing on the inside corners. I don't think a lot of people notice.
Why don't you finish this one up so they kind of get the idea?
Huh?
Finish this one up.
Finish them all the way up.
At least so they get the idea. Remember, a guy was asking step by step, so.
Well, I can do that. And again, I'm marking right up here on the back. Yeah, I should be wearing pouches, but I rebel against it after years of having to wear them. All right. You can all right.
Sorry for me, I'm just trying to show them.
That one cut right.
You guys go. The first corner.
We're just going to do that one more time. And we'll have all the outside corners done.
Hardest part is just to move around there with the camera to look towards it.
Yes, I learned. I learned by some guy cussing at me. I'm gonna teach you how to be my competition. It's not right. Get your ass in there.
Who was that?
Oh man, there ain't no journeyman that didn't fuss and fume. I'm not one to teach you how to compete with me. You better get it right. I ain't gonna waste all my time. There's a couple of guys that were pretty good. Nice guys to work with, but most of them were not.
Oh, I need to show you something that's pretty interesting that happened at F1.
I know Lewis Hamilton doesn't care, but I don't like Lewis Hamilton because he gets away with things he shouldn't get away with. Even though he has the highest priced team in the world. I just don't think he's that good. And I think there are better drivers driving with less money. So, and I don't know, he don't care what I think, so. Just watching him drive, he's by no means the best driver that I've seen. And if he was my friend, I'd tell him the same thing. He's not my friend.
And now he's got the corners too. Oops.
It takes a while for me to get used to these handles being red and cutting better. It is. Ta-da. There it is.
Good.
All right. Now we're going to do the mains. If you notice, this is not, you don't have to do it this way, but there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I'm going to do what they did in the rest of the house, which is to put a main every 2 feet. You don't have to do that. You can do 4 foot, and then a 4 foot T, and then a 4 foot T in the middle of the 2 foot. And so you could literally use less mains, but the rest of the house was done that way, so we're going to do it on every 2 feet. And I've marked it up here, not down here, so I have to clean it up. That way I know where to set it. And that is where the mains are going to go. I've done that on both sides on the premise that this is fairly square. And there are ways to square. And one of the things that we have to deal with is we have to support those mains. The mains these holes here are where your wires go through to support any of these holes, not this one. This is where your T's come in. So your round holes are your support wires, where you have all these choices. Do you have to be directly above? No, you don't. You can be at an angle one way or the other. So your support wires, I'm going to put about every 4 to 6 feet on this. And in order to do that, we have from Lowe's suspension ceiling hanging wire. And I've seen people hang it with, this is real low. You can bend it. It's not real easy to bend, but you don't want it to be easy. But I've seen people do it with baling wire. It's not as good as that, but baling wire can be used. Now, how do you fasten it? Okay. On a commercial job where you have concrete floor above, you use a ram set gun with a pin that has these type of holes in it. And this is lag screws. So these are spun into wood, which if you have woods above you, you can do that. And they actually make a suspended ceiling lag screw driver. And that thing has that slot in there for that to screw the lags into. So that's what we're going to do next. You want to set that up?